What's good YouTube, JD here, back with yet another review for you guys. And in this video I am going to be reviewing the collab between a Cold Wall and Converse on the All-Star Chuck Taylor Lugged. What up fam? I know the channel name has changed, but I'm keeping the intro, man. I'm not changing it. So in this video, I'm gonna be breaking down this sneaker. We'll get into the quality of these materials, how durable they are. We'll get into all the different features of this shoe. We'll also talk about sizing. That is very important. You wanna stick around for that. And as always, I will be giving you guys that on-feet look, so make sure you stick around until the end of the video. So we're finally getting the Cold Wall collab with Converse. I feel like I've seen pictures of this now for more than a year. The sneaker has been delayed several times, however, it had an official release date on September the 17th. For a retail price of $140 US. Here in Europe, it was 140 euros. I was pretty hyped for this shoe. I'm personally a pretty big fan of this brand, a Cold Wall, especially their sneaker collabs. In my personal collection, I do have their previous collab with Nike on the Zoom Marrow 5s. Definitely a pretty out there looking shoe, but still one of the favorites I would say in my whole collection. Getting into these sneakers themselves, or are these sneakers or are these boots? In my opinion, I think these are more of a boot than a sneaker. They definitely feel like it. This is probably one of the heaviest sneakers I own in my collection. The sneaker features a bunch of different panels around the shoe. On the lateral side, you see the Cold Wall logo, that bracket logo. And on the medial side, you see the Converse logo as well as the serial number of the shoe. I like this stitching that you see here on the panels. I thought that's a pretty cool visual touch. On the back of the sneaker, you see it says presented by Samuel Ross, and Samuel Ross is the founder of a Cold Wall. The colorway on this shoe, I would describe it as almost like a light purple. The closest sneaker that I've seen with a similar colorway to this was the Yeezy 500 Blush. Although those were a much darker purple, this one I would describe as a purplish gray color. Definitely some heavy tonal vibes on this one. The overall quality and construction of the shoe, definitely very impressive. You can tell that this is some heavy duty type of shoe. The upper of this is made out of this nylon material. It's also water resistant. And you get these rubber panels as well as the heavy duty rubber on the outsole. It definitely feels like a very strong and sturdy shoe. I got some questions on my Instagram of whether this shoe would be able to last through a winter on the snowy days. I definitely think so, yes. Of course it's gonna get dirty. It's not the best colorway to wear, but however, in terms of durability, I think these shoes will do just fine in the wintertime. The tongue on this sneaker is actually attached to the side of the shoe. So it's not that normal tongue that you see on Chuck Taylor sneakers, which is pretty much just completely loose. The benefit of having the tongue this way is, of course, it's better for waterproofing, so that water doesn't actually get into your socks. The one disadvantage of having a tongue like this is this sneaker is actually quite difficult to get into. You pretty much need to loosen up all the laces just to get your feet into them. I was actually very surprised with the comfort on this shoe, and I mainly think that it is from the insole. I'm not exactly sure what type of insole this is, but it's definitely a very thick padded insole, and you feel that cushioning especially on your heel area. So it's like a heavy duty, comfortable, all day type of sneaker that is perfect for the upcoming winter time. You also get these rope laces which are the same color as the rest of the shoe, and these laces loop around the back of the sneaker, and I think that looks pretty cool visually. Let's talk about sizing. So I am normally a half size down in Chuck Taylors than pretty much every other shoe. I usually wear a US 11 in most of my sneakers, but in Chuck Taylors I wear a 10.5. So I got these in a 10.5, and I'll admit I am a bit disappointed because they still fit pretty big. So my suggestion would be to go actually a full size down than most of your other shoes. And whatever your normal Chuck Taylor size is, I would say go down a half size even from that. There's a lot of room at the back of the shoe. Like every time I took a step, I could feel like my heel sliding out of the shoe almost. So that's pretty disappointing because I actually really wanted to just wear these shoes today. And now I'm not so sure that I got the right size. So I'm probably gonna have to sell this pair and try to find a half size down. This is pretty much the first sneaker in the month of September that I've decided to keep for personal. That's how much I like it, man. And I'm not someone who typically wears boots, but I just really like the way this looks. When I wore this, I showed it to my girlfriend. She said it kind of looks like a modernized version of Timberlands. I actually think they look very similar to Palladium boots. I don't know if you guys have ever worn a pair of Palladiums, but as far as the general silhouette of this sneaker, it is quite similar to those. And I wouldn't be surprised if a non-sneakerhead person just basically thought this was a pair of Palladiums. Of course, these look a lot better than Palladiums though, like let's not kid ourselves. Very quickly, if you haven't already done so, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I am close to hitting that 30K, the road continues. So any support is definitely appreciated, and of course smash that like button so more people see this video. Let's talk about resale for a little bit. This sneaker actually completely sold out, and in most of the sizes there is a bit of resale. I personally wouldn't suggest like investing into these shoes. I don't see them going up too much in value. First of all, these are a pair of Converse, and just generally Converse don't do very well when it comes to resale. Also, clearly a colorway like this, not for everyone. Not too many people are comfortable wearing purple shoes. So definitely not a shoe worthy of investing. Once I do see that some stores are starting to restock these, I'm gonna look for my size once again, because yeah, unfortunately got a half size too big. Even though with this type of colorway, you might think it's a difficult shoe to pull off, but because of how tonal this shoe looks, I think it looks good with pretty much anything. It looks good with like tonal type of pants, so like green, beige. It also looks good with brown pants, even black pants. So definitely a sneaker that I think anyone can pull off. So is this a cop or a drop? Like I already said, this sneaker is the first one in the month of September that I've decided to keep for personal. So definitely yes, in my opinion, this is a cop. Just make sure you get your right size. I wanted to start doing something a little different in my videos, and that is actually shouting out some of you guys who have been following this channel since day one, some of my biggest supporters. And in this video, I want to give a shout out to @Luuor. I'm sorry, I must have mispronounced your Instagram handle, but shout out to you, and especially because I know you were hyped to see this video. You really wanted these shoes, so shout out to you and thanks for the support. If you haven't already done so, make sure you follow me on Instagram. Definitely the easiest place to contact me, and I drop a lot of content on there as well, including fit pics. The on-feed portion of the video coming up right now. Thank you guys so much for messing with the channel, and until next time guys, peace. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about the collab between a Cold Wall and Converse. What is this shoe actually called?